Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Auckland, the west coast of the United States, and we've got here the P stands for paesano. He's my paesano. He comes from where I come from. I call him Italiano because he has the same sense of humor that I have. Now, I want to know from you, why the drums?
R&B music.
R&B music. But hold on, who inspired you?
My brothers.
His brothers. Now, who are your brothers? Anybody here in the picture that are your brothers? I mean, I know that James Brown played here. That's one of your brothers. But you mean like real brothers in your family? Okay, so they played in bands before and you were a little kid and you kind of look at them and you're beating. They tour the world. Okay. Well, should we listen how Eric beats? Yeah? Okay. Come on, let's beat. Think of James Brown, come on! Yeah! Wow! I feel good! That was great. Now we have Michael, you already know. Michael, you already know. Michael, what kind of bass is that? That's funny, what happened? You didn't have many jobs, did it shrink? What happened? Didn't have enough to eat? What happened? In the triathlon. Okay, now tell me why the bass? Some people might say it's such a boring instrument. I don't agree with it. I find it very, very... No, really. Saxophone and guitar. Well, really every instrument. I have to be careful what I say, otherwise they're going to play very wrong. It's fine. But bass is really one of my favorite, you know. So, why the bass? Why the bass? I mean, I always say I like the bass because of its shape. But okay, come on.
There's that, yeah, the shape is nice. I started in elementary school playing saxophone. In high school I went to the bass guitar and studied drums. And the upright bass I found in college, and it was like all of those instruments together. That was the sound I'd always been looking for.
Okay, and any like personality or person that you would say, because I don't really know, like, we not musicians, we would know who is a famous bass player. So give us, who's your inspiration?
Well, one of my inspirations would be Paul Chambers, who played with Miles Davis.
Oh, Miles Davis, let us hear, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Thank you for that. Don't I have a great band? Okay, so my inspiration... Okay, at home my parents recorded the vinyl records to be played in the restaurant, and there was all the Neapolitan singers. And it was fun as a teenager because, as a kid, playing around with the toys, and my parents used to record the cassettes. But then, I sing along with those songs as a child, but as a teenager, don't want to do that. My problem was, in school, the girls were listening to boy bands, and when you come from a home where it's all Vido mare quante bella, this kind of thing going on, you know, and then suddenly in the chart is even in my heart I see everything is a little bit like this. Okay, I was searching, I wasn't criticizing it, I loved it, even a great song, but so then I got into this, the guys were listening to all the guys with long hair and tattoos, and it was all, give me a G, play it like a heavy story. Yeah, come on, now give me a heavy metal about it. So I like that as well, but I like to listen to all of that, but me doing it, I thought I sounded like a witch. So I didn't want it to be there either. So suddenly a friend of mine, sitting in school, his name was Eric, so what are you listening to? Said, well, I listen to rock and roll music. I said, what? What is that? Rock and roll. There was not even Google at the time, so look at dictionary. Rock is a stone, roll is oppanino. So, rock and roll. What are you listening to? Oh, I'm listening to Jerry Lee Lewis. I said, you fool, that's a comedian. Jerry Lewis, not Jerry Lee Lewis. Just because he was wearing Lee jeans or something? No. So I started to listen more of that. Funny names, Fats Domino, Chuck Berry, Eddie Cochran, Buddy Holly. And then one day, when I started to listen to that, I found in my mother's record collection a record that my mother was hiding in front of my father, for some reason. Of a guy that I couldn't even pronounce his name. Elvis Presley. What kind of name is Elvis Presley? He wasn't Frank, he wasn't John, he wasn't Pasquale, Giuseppe, Vittorio, Francesco. I mean, normal Christian name, Elvis Presley. I put it on, it changed my life. And I asked my mom, who's this? And my mom says, that's the king of rock and roll. And I said, Mom, where's this country called rock and roll? Anyway, I started to listen to it. And I said, Mom, what does it mean, awap, babaluba, balap, bam, boom? She looked at me funny, but then I kind of asked her, but it's an Italian song because it's called Tutti Frutti, all the fruits. So I still don't know what the answer is. I never got an answer, but I listened to the music and I liked it. So I realized if I would have to be a musician, I would have to kind of study that kind of music as well, not just to sing the Italian music. And I wrote a song as a teenager dedicated to rock and roll music. Of course, I'm Italian, so I wrote a song called Shake the Spaghetti. You laugh, a true story. Funny, when I'm funny, nobody's laughing, and when I'm serious, everybody's laughing. I want to play that song. I don't care if you don't like it. You want it? You want to hear it? A one, a two, three, come on! Do you know the chicken? That's my chicken.